In the heart of the Sunda Strait, nestled between the islands of Java and Sumatra in Indonesia, lies the legendary Mount Krakatoa, a name that resonates with power and cataclysm. The history of this volcano is as explosive as its eruptions. Mount Krakatoa, or Krakatau as it's known locally, has a unique geological past. The volcano's origins trace back to the Pleistocene epoch, a time of woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers around 2 million years ago. Over the centuries, Krakatoa's eruptions have shaped and reshaped the landscape, creating and recreating the islands around it. The most infamous eruption, however, occurred relatively recently in our human history. The year was 1883. The world was in the throes of the Industrial Revolution, a time of great change and progress. But nature had her own plans. The initial signs of unrest at Krakatoa began in May of that year. The volcano awoke from a 200-year slumber, sending smoke and ash into the sky. The locals were wary, but life carried on. Little did they know, the worst was yet to come. On August 26th, a series of cataclysmic explosions began. The climax occurred the following day when 4 enormous eruptions tore the island apart. The sound of the final explosion was so loud it circled the earth 4 times and remains the loudest sound in recorded history. The aftermath was devastating. 70% of the island and its surrounding archipelago were destroyed. Tsunamis triggered by the eruption reached as far as South Africa, and the dust cloud caused a volcanic winter, lowering global temperatures for several years. The death toll was staggering, with over 36,000 people losing their lives. Entire communities were wiped out, and the landscape was forever changed. The world watched in horror and awe as the news of the disaster spread. But nature is resilient. In 1927, a new island, aptly named Anak Krakatau, or Child of Krakatoa, began to rise from the sea. Today, it continues to grow and evolve, a stark reminder of the power and unpredictability of our planet. To summarize, the eruption of Mount Krakatoa in 1883 was one of the most catastrophic volcanic events in recorded history. It began with subtle signs of unrest, escalated into a series of devastating explosions, and culminated in a disaster of epic proportions. The aftermath was felt globally, from the immediate loss of life and destruction of the landscape to the longer-term effects on the global climate. Yet, in the wake of such devastation, new life emerged, proof of the enduring cycle of destruction and creation that defines our dynamic Earth.